going to explode. My brain's going to explode. There's something sinister afoot, absolutely.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Slightly Biased Show here at the incredible Haymaker Network, the Haymaker Studios, downtown Frisco. I'm joined by the one, the only, Jason Gallagher. Me and you pretty similar in one way.
Yeah. What way?
The Mavs Thunder pipeline.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, we went through an experience, probably exclusive to us, that we were upset about the trade. Actually,
Right.
It was a real hot take out there.
That's
we weren't
right.
thrilled.
Me
with
and
it.
you were the only guys who were like,
the
"That's
only
not a
ones
good trade."
talking about it. And then yeah, mine was a little more natural because I live in OKC.
Right.
But I invited you up to a game, and it was a heck of an evening. You know,
My audience gives me so much shit for
doing
my
that.
Thunder support. No, not doing that, because I've been a Thunder supporter for a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
And supporter's a strong word. Like,
Yeah.
I rooted for the Mavs very hard against the Thunder. But, you know, whatever. It's neither here nor there.
Oh, I get all the time because like my three teams right now, the Mavs have crept into a team that I would like to see succeed.
Nice.
I no
that.
longer despise them the way that I once did. But the Thunder and then the Lakers, which is just like,
Right, yeah.
it's just like being like, I love the Republicans, the Democrats. They're all great, you know? Like,
But you at least have, like, some excuses.
I do have excuses, yes.
You live in OKC. JJ's your boy.
JJ's my boy.
You see the nickname he has?
What is it?
JJ Reddit.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
Is he aware of that one?
For sure. I mean, he's the most online human
Okay.
of all time. He's probably in this chat.
Do you
right
think
now.
he knows, like, a Slow Hoops fan? Is it possible? If he's on Twitter enough?
It's definitely possible. Have you seen the nickname for the new Lakers since the trade?
No, what is it?
The Snowtime Lakers.
The Snowtime Lakers.
It could go
I like that.
several ways, but
Yeah.
we know.
In the 80s, that would have had a completely different meaning.
Correct.
But I don't really want to talk about the Lakers much because I just think they're trash. And I feel bad
understand.
talking about them
I
because
understand.
it's like, I want my boy Luka to do good, but
Yeah.
then at the same time, I don't, because I don't like the Lakers.
I don't think that they're trash. Maybe as an organization, whatever. But
I mean,
like,
in terms of like championship contention.
sure.
I don't
And I
put them
get
up
that, but I am one of those people, and it is absolutely coming from a biased perspective. So I need that out there.
Slightly biased, some might say.
Slightly biased. They have overachieved a lot this season.
They have.
And I actually think JJ's not getting enough credit.
Whoa. That's kind of a hot take because, again, like I said, they're calling him JJ Reddit.
I know they are, but nobody believed in this team going into the season. Their health has not been great. Their supporting staff is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
And it's just a strange thing. Luka, LeBron, Reeves have played 9 games together.
That's crazy.
And they're going to be they're out of the play, like, or you know, I just am sort of like, what did you expect out of this roster? Because I had low expectations, very, very low.
No, they're an interesting case study where it's like everyone will blame the coach no matter what, because everything that's wrong with them, I thought would be wrong with them.
Yes.
I thought Ayton was going to play like Ayton's played. I thought their depth was terrible. I thought their defense was terrible. Anyone who, I don't know how you could look at that roster and be like, oh, yeah, this team's going to be good defensively.
Yeah, it's extremely scotch taped together. And it actually, watching them reminds me of watching those early Mavs seasons where, like,
100%.
no
So
shots,
similar.
Dwight Powell, fucking king. But, like, can I cuss? I don't know.
Yeah, you can cuss.
He's a king, but, like,
I think at least.
those, we had to find
Cuss
out.
away.
But, like, Luka would drag those teams far.
Yeah.
And I'm still in that mode where I'm like, he's capable of doing that in the playoffs. If the Lakers are fully healthy and LeBron is like really embracing that second, third tier role, nobody wants to play that team. I don't think.
That's what I thought last year when I was like, I think that Lakers team last year, you just don't want to see Luka. But Luka was just dealt with so many injuries. But
It was
my Lord.
in his headspace was
Right, yeah.
You can't
Totally
discount it.
Totally understandable.
Yeah.
But the Timberwolves, the way that they just exploited every last one of their weaknesses.
Yeah, I know. And I am like a notoriously, like, I do not believe in the Timberwolves.
Yeah. I don't believe. I mean, they made it to 2 straight conference finals.
I don't believe. No, I don't. No. But I don't believe in them. Like, I don't believe that they are I just don't believe in them.
I think Ant's kind of reached a stage where it's like maybe he's just like Luka, where it's like, well, I don't want to see that guy.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But I also think that teams are too good for his style of play. Like he's just if he can level up as a playmaker, I'll automatically believe in him. But right now you watch them and it's like, okay, let's go blitz Anthony Edwards, and at best he's going to make a skip pass to the next guy.
I wish they got a better guard. Yeah. I like Io, but I worry about him.
I also operate under a very simple rule of thumb. You only get so many good Rudy years before it starts to really turn on you.
What's this, year 3 or 4 there?
I think we're coming up on it, though.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It is like, I got to give Rudy Gobert so many props because I was kind of low on the Timberwolves entering this year with my idea being Mike Conley's completely washed, which he is.
Yeah.
And I thought Rudy Gobert was just kind of take a step back. And yet he's been probably the 3rd best defensive player.
And Randall's been good.
Yeah, Julius has been good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dallas, Texas, man. Preston Wood. Speaking of Dallas, Texas, we are live on the Haymaker Network, DFW's new sports network on YouTube. Plenty of things to watch already. Dirk interview. We like that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's pretty cool. Nick Van Exel, the One Star Podcast. Also, the Lucaholics Anonymous sketch was the 91st hype video. I don't even know what that means. 91st hype video in Slovenia. All right.
I
hype.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Slovenia. I will say this on my Clips channel. I did like some ramble once. It was like, it was about DeAndre Ayton or something. I got a notification. It was like the 65th most hype video in Slovenia. I was like, damn, Jesus Christ. They really don't like Ayton over there, I guess.
Yeah.
Jackson Hayes, new honorable Slovenian.
Yeah, sure.
I like that for them, actually, in international competition. You want to dive into the weeds of Eurobasket?
I mean, I would love to. We need Gafford on the Slovenians.
We do. I thought that was clearly where we were headed, but I think Hayes will actually be good there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Luka, you went to a Luka 77 event?
Correct. I did.
It looked cool.
It was pretty cool.
Dirk was there?
Dirk was there. JJ Redick was there. Austin Reeves was there.
We got the picture up on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, this is my first time meeting Dirk. I'd never met him before.
Really?
Ever. And I've met...
That's surprising.
I sound like...
You've met Obama.
I've met a lot of people. I had never met Dirk. And it was kind of like a thing where I could have a few times, but I was like, nah, I want it to be under the right circumstances or whatever. And Luka's person, Laura Beth, who is awesome, she introduced him. And the best part about it was he came up and he went, there he is, and he knew who I was. How cool is that?
That's so incredible.
And I turned into a little boy. I turned into a little boy, and I was like, I am your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Like I did that. I did that thing. It was awesome.
I think Dirk is the one human being my brain would just short circuit.
It did.
Out of any, I could meet Obama. Someone could time travel from the past. I'd be like, whoa, I got to get to the bottom of how this happened.
Yeah.
Dirk would be like, I can't formulate a sentence around you.
I have met Obama.
Yeah, that was easier.
Spend time with LeBron. I've met Kobe. Like something, the Dirk thing. I mean, he's the reason why I love the sport. He's the reason why I do what I do for a living. He is the reason why I was so mad about the trade. He has informed so much about who I am as a sports fan that the dude is forever. What do the kids say? Goated?
He is goated.
Did you guys like that?
Yeah, that was great.
Thanks.
They're going nuts back here.
You know,
Dude,
they make fun of me for my age, so maybe I'm not the one that can speak on it. But yeah, goated sounds good to me.
Thanks, guys.
And my millennial Zoomer brain.
That's right.
Sort of caught up in between.
That's right.
Depending on who you ask on what I am. Dirk, I wish Dirk had a signature shoe. That was something I was thinking about the other day.
Let's make it.
Yeah, I mean, how cool would it have been if Dirk had like a Nike shoe back in the day and you just had Dirk Sevens?
Can I tell you the shoe? I know you have a rundown, and perhaps we go off.
No, we don't. I'm going to be real with you. They wrote a rundown. I do not have a rundown.
Okay.
It literally says Jason Gallagher interview.
Jason Gallagher interview.
That's it.
Okay, so I was born in Houston. Anyway, so the signature shoe that I would like to see the most is the TJ McConnell's.
Okay. What brand's going to go for that?
I think it's got to be Skechers.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's got to be like the washed dad shoes. And they like lean heavy into it because I play basketball every Sunday. Nobody's good.
Right.
And I just think that nobody's tailoring to us.
Well, did you see the new Cooper Flag shoes? Some people are saying the New Balances are the
Are that?
Those are the dad shoes of the future. Coop's 19 years old, though,
Yeah,
man.
he's 19. He's going to make cool shoes. Like, let's be real. TJ, though, has an opportunity here, a branding opportunity. And if I was any shoe that was, like, on the peripheral, I would look to him and be like, we're going all in. We're going all in on, like,
the
Sunday
shoes.
run shoe.
Wait, how would if I'm TJ McConnell's people? I'm like, wait, you want our whole brand to be washed up? Dad shoes?
I mean, if I'm
like, I'm still good, bro.
And if I'm across the table with these people, I'd be like, what else you got? What other offers you got? You don't have any other offers. This is your offer. Make money, brother.
You know, the shoe conversation's an interesting one because I actually weirdly think that could work.
Of course it could.
Because one of the ongoing things, and we'll talk about this more later, but with the draft conversation and tanking conversation, and listen, I've thrown out the idea of abolishing the draft. It's something that I'm actually like kind of interested by. The one common critique of that is, well, why wouldn't shoe companies just say, yeah, take $20 million less a year to go play in New York if you get to pick where you can go? Because it makes more sense for us as Nike. And I'm like, well, the most popular basketball signature shoe right now is John Morant by a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if you go, there's no numbers to back this up, but on like StockX, it's the most.
They are nice.
They are. They're really good. Everyone I've seen who has them says they feel fantastic. But if you go to like LA Fitness, you will see probably 3 or 4 pair of Jaws.
Really?
Yeah, guaranteed.
You know what the most common shoe is in my pickup run?
Shaves?
No, it's Sabrina's.
Yeah, Sabrina's absolutely.
And what I heard,
I have some. They're fantastic.
My sources, what I've heard is they're basically Kobe's.
Yes, they are. They're 100% Kobe.
They're like, and I wear low tops, and they're basically low tops.
Well, that's the Jaws too. That Nike's whole entire recent identity has been, we'll just remake the Kobe a million times, and we'll sell these for $110 because they'll be Jaws, not Kobe.
I think the Booker's shoes look really nice. They're
I have those too. They're good.
Clean. They feel good.
They feel good. They're just very thick and heavy. So some people I like heavier shoes.
Have you played with any any Mavericks media people?
Yes.
Who?
Tim Cato. He was on my Mavs Twitter tournament team. He's a dirty work wing is how I would describe him. Dirty work wing. You got to have those guys in pickup.
He slept on my couch once, so
nice.
that all checks out.
Yeah, I love Tim. He's a great guy.
I love him too. I played with Mike Marshall. Oh, yeah. And there was a guy at the Mavs who sort of had a run, and Mike and I went, and I just like got into it with a guy, and I was like, what a tough look for me. Like
at the Mavs media run?
Like one guy, and I was like, I was running back, and I just started yelling. I was like, that shit's got to stop. And I was just like yelling at this guy.
Yeah.
And I was talking, and they were like, hey, he's really sweet. And I was like, that's fine, but he like, it needs to like cut the.
Wait, you were yelling at Mike Marshall?
No, Mike Marshall. It was like some guy they introduced me to. Afterwards, we squashed it, but.
Are you a shit talker in pickup runs?
No, I'm actually not. But I swear to God, if you are like going for my ankles over and over again, that's when I get really hot headed. I've like shoved like there's a guy named Danny Heifetz who hosts the Ringer Fantasy. I've two-handed shoved him.
Really?
And I felt so bad about it afterwards because he was an intern at the time.
Oh God, that could be problematic for the Ringer.
Hey, he played like Dylan Brooks, but like if Dylan Brooks couldn't walk, like he kept falling into people's knees and and eventually I just like had enough. Anyways,
you don't want to be the guy who's on the ground a lot and pick up.
No,
ever.
Anyways.
The one thing that in pickup where I will say something is if you're the subtle elbow in the back on a rebound guy.
Yeah.
That's the one where it's like, dude, please fucking stop. Like, you can have the rebound, man, if that's what it's going to come down to.
Well, another one that's really, I'm finding to be really annoying. There's a guy right now who does it all the time in our pickup runs because I'm a big, called minimal fouls in pickup. Like, let's grow up here. And
you guys are in OKC, mind you, so
yeah.
It runs rampant there.
They're very dangerous. But if it's affecting a shot, obviously call it. I usually wait for the defender to call it, whatever. But there is a guy who every time there's a pick, he fully grabs my waist or grabs people's waists.
Yeah.
And so that's a weird one because you don't want to be like, off ball foul. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, I literally can't fucking play defense.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, he's setting the screen.
He's setting the screen, and then as I'm trying to chase, he grabs fully grabs your waist, and he does it all the time, and it's like I don't think anybody's ever going to call it, but there might have to be a meeting.
Yeah.
Where pregame we're like, you cannot just grab people's waists.
Like the refs before a game, like, hey, we're gonna keep an eye on this today.
I'm gonna keep an eye on this because you can't do that shit. But it's also I would hate myself for life if I was like, hold on, stop ball, that was a foul, off ball foul on him. It was a little bit of a dirty, yeah. I just don't believe it. Anyways, so,
that would be really hilarious. I've called an off ball foul once, but it was because I got like elbowed in the temple, and I was like, all right, chill out.
Where are you at on offensive fouls?
In pickup?
Yeah.
Never. And also, I will never call it travel in pickup unless it's so egregious because people do not understand step through moves at all in pickup.
Correct.
They have no clue what it is. And I'm not an athletic guy. So my game is predicated around step throughs, up fakes, footwork.
Yeah.
And the amount of times I'm having to sit there and be like, that's not a travel, guys. And it leads to this 5-minute conveation is insane.
I had a guy try to call an offensive foul on me recently. And then they got the team got the ball and they were like started going the other way. And I was like, dude, if we accept this, then we are generationally fucked as a society.
What'd you do, the little chicken wing?
I don't know. I ran and the guy tried to take it.
He took a charge. Oh, no.
And I was like, if we accept this, I have no faith in humanity.
The charge is insane.
It's insane. And they upheld it.
I had a guy get mad at me a couple days ago because I pulled the chair on defense. He was like, come on, bro. And pick up.
Like the
He was posting me up and I pulled the chair.
Yeah.
And he like fell. And then we called the travel. And he's like, come on, bro. I was like,
wait, that's clean. That's fine.
I know. That's what it's people in pickup are just some of the rules. People,
what you said was so obvious to me that I was like, why would that be an issue?
Yeah. He was just like, come on, man, pick up. I was like, yeah, I can pick up.
Anyways, riveting show, everyone.
Have you ever played pickup with like JJ?
No.
I didn't know how that works.
He would have rather
I've never
died.
had an NBA friend.
I will say this. When the first time I met him, he was a Dallas Maverick.
Okay.
So he was somewhat miserable.
Was he doing his podcast by then?
Yes.
I was just about to ask when you started producing his podcast.
Yeah, we started doing it. Well, he and I started working with him when he had a podcast at The Ringer that he did very infrequently.
Oh, that's
right. But
we
published videos to The Ringer. I started publishing videos to The Ringer's YouTube channel. They're still the most popular videos The Ringer's ever produced, are these JJ Redick ones. And so he saw an opportunity. He wanted to own the pod. Like, don't blame him. And he brought me with him. But we started the podcast in the bubble. We worked together for probably 8 months before we actually before we actually met. And we met in Dallas. And it was, I want to say, after Sacramento Kings game. I mean, I don't mind saying this now. He was at his lowest because David Griffin, at the time he was at the Pelicans, promised he was going to either buy him out or trade him to the Nets.
I remember that.
His family lives in Brooklyn. That's all he wanted to do. I know it's like rich guy problems, whatever, but the COVID restrictions after the bubble year were really hard on players, like across the board, because you weren't really allowed to see family. No one could come with you. You couldn't leave the hotel. Jeez. So like oftentimes they're just sort of stuck in a Four Seasons and they can't really go anywhere. They can't go outside. They can't DoorDash anything. They can't do anything.
Jeez.
So it was like really hard. So later, he eventually gets traded to Dallas. He's also like, he needed heel surgery. He has nothing but great things to say about the Mavericks. Like, he was like, the way Carlisle like empathized with me, the way Cuban was with me, like everybody was amazing. But he was in full blown don't give a fuck mode. I like met him, like saw his apartment. It looked like an apartment I had when I was like 19. Like it was so bad.
It was just the couch with the TV plugged in the
beer
wall.
Cans and shit. But then we were like, let's go to a bar. And
what bar? Downtown Dallas?
It was an arcade bar.
Oh, in Deep Ellum?
No.
Oh.
What's the other neighborhood that's kind of cool?
Greenville?
No, maybe like a little north.
McKinney? Uptown?
Uptown.
Yes, Uptown. Good work. And so him and Tommy went, and we walk in, and Tommy's like, they got Papa Shot. And I talk a big game with Papa Shot. And he's like, JJ, Papa Shot. And he looks at me, and he's like, dude, I'm one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time. I'm not fucking playing Papa Shot with Jason Gallagher. I'm just not doing it. And we're like, okay. So we're drinking beers, and we start playing Golden Tee.
That's a great.
And I'm just whipping his ass in Golden Tee.
Yeah.
And he's getting so frustrated. And he's very competitive. And so after his third loss of Golden Tee, he was like, F it, Papa Shot. And so we go.
He fucked you up?
No.
Oh. Well,
the
Papa
other
Shot.
the other way around. This is the problem. His shot's too clean.
Yeah.
So he's like literally like, and I'm just like doing the like.
That was during the season?
Oh yeah.
Maybe that fucked up his mechanics.
I think his mechanics were properly fucked up by then. But no, so I'm just like doing this, and he's getting frustrated. Like what's so funny is we've tried to bring it up on the podcast before, and he like gets kind of mad about it.
Oh, I love that.
Because he's that competitive. And then after his loss, he was just like skee ball, and so we went to skee ball, and he beat the shit out of me. So.
That's hilarious that he got frustrated by the Papa Shot mechanics.
I'm sorry.
He didn't know you had to game the system.
Well,
you don't win Papa Shot by shooting normally.
No,
Everyone
you don't.
knows
And
that.
I'm like really good at Papa Shot. My stepmom worked for Dave & Buster's corporate, so we had free power cards. And a lot of summers I would do that. I entered a Papa Shot.
There's no way they still have that option.
I can't imagine. But I entered a Papa Shot, National Papa Shot contest and made it to the finals. Lost to like a 45-year-old guy, but I got to meet Reggie Miller. He was there to congratulate the finalists.
I bet Reggie was there at this thing like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, I hated Reggie Miller.
Oh.
At the time.
Nice.
And I remember like the photo of me is like this, like as a kid, I'm just like.
What was with the Reggie Miller hate?
I loved Michael Jordan.
Okay.
And he's like the only player who got in a fist fight with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant.
No, Reggie Miller's like, was a hated guy.
Yeah, he was really easy to hate. And it was like him and like Bruce Bowen were like my two that I was like actively just despised.
So was JJ like one of the first, he was like the first player podcast, right? Wasn't he up there?
He's pretty close. Richard Jefferson likes to argue that his podcast came out possibly before.
Oh, Road Trippin'. That's right.
There's a little bit of a debate on that. But JJ was a very infrequent podcast. So he had to deal with Yahoo, I believe. But he would publish it like once every 2 months. The Ringer, it was like a little better. But then he really dove in when we started The Old Man and the Three. So
I was wondering this morning because you were like an early adopter of it. Do you ever see like MPJ having an OnlyFans model on and you're just like Oppenheimer? At the end of Oppenheimer, just like, what have I created? What did I help create?
Yes, actually, yes. Because I sit in a lot of these meetings too, where people are like, I'm gonna sound like an asshole. I'm very sorry, everybody. But like, I'll sit in these meetings with like some folks, and they'll be like, "This is the optimized way that we make thumbnails here," and I'm like, "My dude, I know. I helped do this. So like let's not. But the MPJ thing, I'm actually proud of that.
Okay.
That clip.
That's crazy.
That clip with him and that porn star is the funniest. It is the funniest player podcast moment of all time. And if you've never seen it, look it up. I mean, I just essentially, she's like really like opening her heart and soul.
It's actually sad. Like what she's saying is genuinely sad.
And she's like, imagine you just like meet somebody in a lobby and you're not attracted to them and you have to fuck them. And he just goes, nah, that's tough.
That's tough.
The funniest thing that's ever happened on a podcast.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's tough.
Who thought that was like, oh, it's so good.
I have to wonder, does he have a production team or is he just like, yeah?
No, he's just letting it.
I'm like, well, the new scary one is streaming, and I love Kyrie Irving to death, but every now and then I'm a little bit worried about an announcement that he's going on like one of these Nazi adjacent kick streamers.
I would be worried about that too.
Every day I'm worried about it, and I'll see like Jaylen Brown. I mean, if like Jaylen Brown's just on him every other day.
Well, it could be anyone.
Dylan Brooks is like best friends with one of these guys.
You stream a lot,
right? But I don't do the Nazi thing. That's like not really my.
Man, that's
he
really
distances.
Yeah, I distance myself from that one.
I think I would definitely make some sort of mistake streaming.
Yeah.
I think I drink too much wine at night. And if I'm streaming at night...
That used to be a problem for me, I will be honest.
If I'm streaming at night, I just might talk some shit or say something, and nothing bad, folks, but like relationship-wise. Like, I could just see... Also, not a flag, but like you do this long enough, you have good stories that probably should never be shared. And if I'm streaming and I'm like, numbers are low, one time, and like...
When Obama was here, let me tell you.
Yeah.
No, I will say that the streaming thing, though, why people like it is because of that, though. That's why it's popular.
That is, I mean, it makes sense.
It's such a parasocial thing.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about this today, and I don't know how often you're on Twitter, but I've noticed this, and I don't know if it's just because of me. It feels like with Luka and Jokic specifically, some of the tweets I see are so parasocial and admittedly kind of strange.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, is that just because I'm seeing it, or is there some weird European thing going on, or is it because it's the white, like, these guys don't look like your killer athlete? Like, they like treat them like toddlers sometimes. I saw a video that was like side by side comparing Luka and Jokic hugging this year at the All-Star game and Luka and Brunson hugging last year. It was like, look at how different the hug. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Okay.
It's so bizarre.
So you're not a fan of the Luka Jokic content?
I just think the way it's talked about, and I've been thinking this forever for Luka, like when in the summer, his fiance or whatever tweeted or Instagram posted her making green beans or something, and everyone was like, let's go, man. I'm like, dude, this is embarrassing, man. This is like embarrassing.
Yeah, there's certain behaviors on Twitter that I find to be really interesting. Like, but you could spin that anyway. Like Boban and Tobias Harris's relationship.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Boban's just a one of one.
I agree, but I'm also, this makes me an absolute hater. I'm just like,
I agree. It never resonated.
I'm like, don't care. Like, maybe first 6 months, cool, but like we were like 4.5 years into this, being like, isn't this adorable? And it's like, yeah, dudes are friends.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I know.
What am I like? Okay.
That's low key how I feel about the Villanova 5.
Oh wow.
Well, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, are they gonna win now? Like, it was fun for like the first couple months, but it's like,
you didn't like the commercial? I kind of loved the commercial.
No, the commercial was funny.
It was sweet
when DiVincenzo was in the other jersey.
Yeah,
that was a funny commercial.
Them choosing to play the Fast and Furious song.
Yeah,
that was like weird. That made me feel weird because I kind of associate it with Kobe's funeral now.
Yeah, okay.
And then they play it. It's like
you thought they were gonna
AT&T.
Dante DiVincenzo.
No, but like AT&T Dante DiVincenzo. And like I don't know. It's just like, find another song.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I think it's been a long day.
Yeah.
Oh, I associate that with the Paul Walker.
Another sad incident, though.
That is a sad incident.
So like,
but it's been. I was talking about this on my stream yesterday. Everything in life has been memed to death. Like,
okay.
In literal death too. There's nothing serious anymore. Correct. So like anything is now a meme, no matter what. I
was literally just talking about this because I went to All Star to do a bunch of meetings, and I do a little consulting on digital media, and sometimes people are like, you know, there's a lot of TV execs now in the digital media space, and they like to develop ideas. Yeah. And I'm like, no, you don't do that on digital. You develop ideas by putting it out and seeing if people hate it or not.
Right.
That's the development process. And they're like, well, what if we put it out? And I'm like, dude, literally, we're at the place where like Donald Trump could like tweet his dick.
Yeah.
And we'd move on the next day.
Yeah, I know.
Like, we're at the place where one of my favorite actors of all time, Robert Duvall, passes away. And then like 3 hours later, I'm like, what's for dinner?
Yeah.
Like, we're just, life is weird right now. We're just moving on. We're moving on so fast.
One of my biggest fears, I actually don't want to say that out loud because it's so dark, but just something tragic happening to me. And then tomorrow I'm like just the next reaction meme.
I gotta be honest, that's probably what would happen.
Yeah, it would be what would happen. I'm like,
it could happen to me too.
Can you guys give me like at least a month? At least a month of just.
We're doing that for each other.
Okay, great.
We're gonna be
guys,
like, dude, remember slightly. What a guy.
Now, guys, let them all fly. But just let's have a
okay.
Moment
You
of
and
silence.
we are doing that. We are gonna absolutely make sure that people remember us for at least a month.
Good, and then we can do the.
Yeah, put a little statue like this. Just put my face on. Just cut it out.
I mean, look at this. This thing is so nice, though. Every time I see it.
Is it heavy? Let me see.
Yeah, it's a legit statue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's got some real weight to it.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? What are your thoughts on the KD files?
You know what?
Were you there on Sunday at the All-Star game?
No, I had flown home Saturday morning. I will be honest with you. I called a friend on my drive here to be like, fill me in on the KD thing, because I wasn't really following it. Based on what I had heard, tough scene.
Yeah. Does a friend think it was him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, is it not him? Or is there like a case to be made that it's not him?
There's some people who are, at first I didn't think it was him, because what I thought they were doing, and this is sort of like adjacent to how like the Epstein. That's why we call them the KD files. Obviously not that comparable because one's Twitter DMs and the other is secret evil government cabal organization that's maybe doing some crazy shit.
Maybe.
Chill.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get anyone in trouble here or myself.
Alleged. So I've worked in this business long enough. If you say alleged, you could basically say anything.
Right. And this is technically a Haymaker show. So on my stream, I would be saying some crazier shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, Jason, where they were flooding the zone.
Yeah.
So I saw all these screenshots that were clearly fake about like these KD messages are like Trae Young needs to brush his teeth. I was like, okay, there's no way in fucking hell KD said that in a group chat, right?
But think about your own group chats.
I know. I was saying this on my stream yesterday.
You have definitely said shit that you're like, no one would ever say that.
Right. And then on top of that, when you take stuff out of the context of a group, because like if you send something to 8 people and it's like all 8 people know exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
But if it gets out, then it's like, and I'm not like defending the use of any words because there was a couple like poor choices of words.
I saw that.
Where I'm like, dude, you're 30 plus. Like,
it's kind of wild because then didn't he make some like weird jokes about like drones and stuff?
Yes, the drone joke was not good.
It's not good. The teammate shit is not good.
The Rockets one's bad. Like, if I'm Jabari Smith, I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, so this is what I was telling my buddy on the phone. I was like, like if I made a distasteful joke about, let's say, Epstein.
Yeah.
Tough scene for me on the internet.
I don't think anyone would care.
If I was like, dude, my wife's such a bitch. I fucking, like if I did that.
And it got out.
And that got out. That's making my life way more hell than the Epstein. Like absolutely. I can log off, turn off the computer airplane mode for like a week and be good. That's the thing. That's the thing that he's going to have to like really deal with. That's like has, in my opinion, like super real life consequences.
I agree.
That's
the worst one.
That's the worst one. I agree.
With actual consequences.
Like
that's not the worst thing said, but no, in terms of real actual consequences.
That's what I mean. It's like what he does for a living, for Houston bringing him in, for the time of year. It's like the home stretch of the season. Like, I don't know, man. Like you got to keep like. I get it. We have group chats, but you got to chill out on this type of thing.
This is where I will not defend him. Why the fuck are you in a group chat with random NBA Twitter people?
Well, okay, if you're going to do that, then you definitely should not be talking about your teammates. That's insanity.
That is crazy.
That's the one thing where it's like we're real life people. We have our group chats where we talk shit or where we might like take a joke a little too far, whatever. But like to get in a group chat with randos and talk shit about your coworkers when your job is as high stakes as it is I'll never understand it. I'm a huge KD fan and defender. I'll never understand that.
I mean, I was reading through them. I was like, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. Whatever. Like all of this stuff we already knew about him. Really, like yes, he didn't like Steve Kerr. Okay, cool. We already knew that.
Okay, there is a comment that I'm reading, and I don't want it to be mischaracterized. What I'm saying here.
We never got the twerking vid.
No, not that one. The one that there's nothing wrong with trash talking coworkers. It's normal. Making light of war, and I completely agree. I'm not talking about the severity. I'm not talking about the severity of that at all. What I'm saying is that like he's gonna have his like day-to-day job is like I don't know if that's gonna go well. Like not just with Jabari, but you got to think other teammates are like, what the hell, dude?
Right.
And so, anyways, I completely agree with your 2 and 4 sided.
Yeah, no, like what? Obviously, the drone joke is not good.
It's horrible.
Right.
It's horrible.
It's not good that he invested in a company that sends drone technology too.
Right, but if he had only done that, there's a likely chance that his teammates, his whatever, would just be like, yeah, we know your heart, and we'll move on. You know, distasteful joke, whatever.
The Jabari one is just
the Jabari one. You can't talk shit about your teammates. You can't.
There's no real. Well, it's like the one he said about Alperen Sengun wasn't even that bad. It was just like, yeah, he can't pass or defend, or he can't whatever he said. He can't shoot or defend, whatever. I'm sure they have these type of maybe not that aggressive, but the type of just like, hey, we got to lock in on defense a little bit more.
Strange. What a strange thing.
So fucking funny about the. Just random people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason's like, I understand guys like Steph, LeBron, and KD can do whatever they want when it comes to support of it. He's trolling. Don't listen to him. Yeah, that's a troll comment. He's like actually trolling.
Yeah.
That is not what we were saying.
Yeah, if you listen, that's not what I'm saying at all.
You can't take my chat at face value because they're absolutely.
I shout out the chat.
As emphasized by the We Never Got the Twerking vid, which I mean, this is actually really tame for today.
I wanted to ask you this on your show. Do you have haters?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like you have a high approval rate.
I think part of it is part of like my community is so, and this is why I say streaming is the hardest job in the world. Harder than any type of 16-hour ER shift or anything, because you go home the day and you unplug and that's it, and everyone loves you. My chat calls me Chitely. Do you know what that means?
No.
So you replace the first two letters in a word with CH and it means chunky. And now they're calling me Chunkly. And that's just and that's the people that are in here. So I've grown so accustomed to, taking verbal abuse that it doesn't bother me. Luka does have me blocked. You knew that, right?
Luka?
Yeah, on Twitter.
Is it still?
Yes.
That's how we met because you were. Hey, I meant to tell you this too. One of the Mavs GMs, co-GMs, has me blocked. I found out recently.
Which one? Do you mind sharing? Or
Michael Finley.
Okay.
Who's that guy?
Riccardi.
Yeah, he has me blocked. And I found this out because us Mavs fans, we talk, and like a lot of us talked a lot of shit. I would say that some of the fans in my group chat talked way more shit. And
about the Mavs in general?
Yeah, about like the last 13 months or whatever.
Yeah. Duh.
And so, but then this person was like, oh yeah, like Riccardi reached out and like said some nice things and whatever, and like I might go to a game. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I clicked on his profile, I was like blocked. And I was like, dude, I was first actively like wanted him to get the gig.
Yeah.
Because I like him. But two, it's like, I think blocking people is so lame. I'm not going to lie,
I block people.
I don't block anybody.
I used to not, and then sometimes I'd see some crazy shit where I'm like, all right, you have to go.
Yes, to a certain extent, I get it. But like, I don't like that. I don't like that opinion.
Yeah.
Block. Like, I just am like, that's the lamest thing in the world. I'm sorry, especially for somebody who I'm like, I don't even interact with. There's nothing more pathetic to me than when I've never interacted with you.
Yeah.
And I click your thing and you're like, blocked. I'm like, cool, man.
I really wonder what the Luka straw was for me. I always think about it.
What did it for you?
What was the straw?
Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing. It has to be that I just kept calling the Mavs a clown show.
So I think part of it is like with Twitter's new algorithm. Part of why I block people is to curate my For You page more. So it's just like I see something where I'm like, I don't even want this on my. And usually it's like Twitter every 2 months will have this stretch where it's like, here's like a literal video of someone getting murdered. And it's like, you know what? I don't want to see this shit on my timeline at all.
I mean that's the part where I get it. But like I said,
Daryl Morey followed me on Twitter.
Oh really?
And then DM'd me, thank you for the follow. And I said, is this really Daryl Morey? And he said, a real replica.
He is he's very active on the internet, and I like him a lot. Before I had any sort of gig or anything reputable or whatever, I was working a sales job in Chicago. So my entry point into sports media, I don't know if we've ever talked about this, was I went to Second City to do comedy. Yeah. Quickly discovered I'm not like the on-air talent kind of person, but I think I can help funny people be funnier. So I started a production company that was just for like the stage, and I would also use it to put my own stuff out, cast people, whatever. And me and my buddy Ben Fort, who lives in Fort Worth, we wrote a 2.5 hour long NBA musical about the NBA lockout. It was sort of Romeo and Juliet-esque, actually inspired a little bit by the Mavs, because after they won the title, I'll never forget this. They went to the ESPYs, and there was a lockout situation, and Dirk and Mark Cuban were not allowed to talk to each other at the ESPYs.
So weird.
And so you would see cameras, and it was like longing looks to each other, and I was like, oh wow, this is like a good. So that's kind of was the concept of the musical, and it got a lot of publicity. Yeah. We staged it in Chicago for a month, and like Around the Horn debated whether or not it would make Broadway.
Oh,
which I was like,
hell yeah.
That's classic ESPN.
That really
is. They've never seen it. They don't know anything about it. And then Woody Page is like, this thing sounds terrible. And so we actually put on the posters, said Woody Page said it would never make it to Broadway, which shout out Woody Page. He was right. But Daryl Morey reached out.
Oh, yeah.
And was like, what can I do to help you? And I went down to Houston where he's GM and we had a lunch and we talked. He is that online and that like interested in things. I think he's like a very curious guy.
Yeah.
I don't love like all the things he does and says, but like he's just like a curious guy. He seemed really cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, fun fact.
It's always interesting to hear who's like legitimately online versus who's not online.
He's definitely online. Hello,
So
Daryl.
I like that. I wish I remembered this guy's name, man. I felt bad because he hit me up. Someone in the Metroplex like did a play about the Luka trade.
Oh
and it
yeah,
ran.
yeah. I got invited. Somebody invited to it. Man, I love that stuff.
Me too.
Honestly, and like I said, that was kind of my entry point into it. I never thought I'd be like working in sports, but every time I wrote something, sports kept entering into it because I find it to be like Shakespearean in a lot of ways. I think that people like Stephen A. and Skip, they've kind of ruined this idea of like talking about legacy. But I actually do think legacy talk is cool.
Yeah.
Like if you can do it the right way. And I think 500 years from now, I think athletes are going to be remembered more than like the art that comes out right now. Because what they're doing, being like a LeBron James, who's like a top 10 famous human being in the world, a billionaire, putting them like, I'm watching a game the other night and they're down by like 15 points with classic
against a good team.
But think about this. They're down by 15 points with like 3 minutes left in the game to some crappier team than they should probably be beating. And LeBron is like out there. And I'm just sitting there kind of going like, this is like beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. Like to put your vulnerability, like he's got nothing to prove. But like it's just so cool what athletes do, not just LeBron. Like what they do and how they put their pride out there. And like I think sports are fucking awesome. Like what a take, right, guys?
What I've had this argument with people a million times. An airport situation. LeBron's coming out of one terminal, one gate. Taylor Swift's coming out of another.
Yeah.
Who has the bigger crowd?
Swift.
Fuck.
I think so. I mean,
This might be a losing battle for me.
But it depends on where you're at, though.
If you're in China, it's LeBron.
Yes, exactly.
Are really anywhere outside the U.S.
Dude, okay, so hold on. Black 41-77. Stat padding is beautiful? Question mark. Like sometimes I'm just like, what brings you joy? I'm so curious.
Hilarious.
Black's 41-77. I'm not talking as a shit talker right now. What brings you joy in life? Like, what do you want out of your sports commentary? Like, all I'm saying is sports is cool. That is my take. And there's still people being like lame. Like, I don't know.
No, people love. This is what they like trolling online. This is why I'm like, you know what? And I'll be honest with this whole idea that like people want the super analytical driven analysis. That you see some people say. I do think there's a market for it, absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
And there should be times within the broadcast where it's carved in to just make the viewing. That's one thing the NFL does so well is like, I don't know shit about the NFL. And then they'll do like I don't know how Chris Collinsworth does it. He really is a special talent where he'll be like, immediately know, oh, this guy ran this route and this guy did this coverage. I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? And it really does teach you more.
Yeah.
Basketball's gotten better at it, but people just like their brain being tickled. And
yes,
I think I like that in my sports talks. Like I think Bill Simmons is the greatest to ever do it. Why?
Dude.
Can he sit down and be like this horn set in the second quarter?
I
they made the wrong
agree.
read. It's like, no, Bill Simmons being like, this guy's in my top 43 of all time. It's like, that's so great.
I completely agree. One of the things in my sort of, that I send the team on Mind the Game, like, and I always try to tell people is like, don't ever forget that our first job is to entertain. Like, yes, it is an X's and O's type show, but it is on us as creatives to find ways to make sure that our show is entertaining first. And if we fail at that, then we fail at everything else. So the tickling of the brain, like, yeah, that's across the board. If you're going to delve into analytics, then you got to do it. And I agree with you about Bill. I think frankly, he's just, I can't even really define the skill. He's just got a way of doing it that is so natural. It's so, it's not overly egregious all the time, but sometimes it is.
Yeah.
You know who else is really, really good?
Who?
You know, one of my favorites is Tim Legler.
Yeah, Legler's
because
great.
Legler will break down the play. He will say something really smart, and we're all like, you're kind of like, whoa, like, and he's talking about actions, and then he'll stop and be like, you know who's a loser? James Harden. And you're like, and you're like, whoa.
He's not very shy.
No, he's got like this. He's got this like 10% of him that will absolutely let it fly.
Yeah.
And he feels it in his bones. He's like, he's just not a winner.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
I think, speaking of, I think Reggie Miller's overhated. I think he's pretty good on a broadcast. I've kind of come around to it.
Disagree.
I mean, whenever like the Mavs were good and they had Luka, I did do the whole thing like, if he's always singling out Luka. And there was a stretch where I was like, dude, he's doing everything but calling Luka a fucking fat slob on the court. But then it was like, now that I'm I feel like I'm in a different realm of an NBA fan now, because it's like, my team's irrelevant. They kind of suck. Like, we have paper flags. So I'm just watching all of this from like an outside perspective. I don't really care who says what about my team anymore. Like, Reggie Miller, to me, he's but the fact that he's kind of antagonizing on the broadcast at times, it works.
Well, it starts from this for me. I think his voice is super annoying.
Okay.
So
that's an impossible
which is
one
a
to get over.
hard thing to get over.
Yeah.
It's like my most unpopular take. Oh, do I want to let this fly?
Yes, we do.
My most unpopular take in any walk of life is I can't stand Bruno Mars.
Okay.
And nobody gets it, and it really comes down to this.
I hate him too.
I don't like his voice.
You want to know why I hate him?
It's like he's screaming the whole time. I like his vibe.
Yeah,
I like the dancing. I like the songs.
The voice is good too,
the voice to me is grating, and that's where I'm at with Reggie Miller. What were you going to say?
Bruno Mars to me reminds me of Hell.
Hell?
Because, yes, Hell. It's literally what I think of. Because I was in New Orleans once.
So I was just in Hell yesterday. Go ahead.
Really? You were in New Orleans yesterday? Yeah. No, I was in New Orleans yesterday. Or, yeah, not yesterday. A few years ago. And for some weird reason in their bar, I don't know if it's some contractual thing or what, but this bar that we were at, it was just like this cycle. And it was like 3 Bruno Mars songs, like a Katy Perry song. And we were in this place for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And it was nonstop Bruno Mars on a loop.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Look,
I was like, yeah, I'm fucking.
guys, I don't hate, like, okay.
I hate
is
him.
No. I just want y'all to know, it's not, I'm not trying to like, I want him to be him. Like, do your thing. The voice is not for me. When I hear the Grenade song, I would launch a grenade for you or something, whatever. Catch a grenade for you. What does he say?
I will catch a grenade for you.
Jump on a grenade. Yeah.
It's catch.
Is it catch?
It is.
I would catch a grenade for you? I don't think that's it.
Maybe he throws it back. I would jump on it. No, jump doesn't make sense. It's catch. I would catch a grenade for you.
It's catch. All right. Thanks,
I'd
Chase.
catch a grenade for you.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I find his voice to be whiny. I want to get back to Reggie Miller.
Okay.
Because you brought up, you texted me that we were going to talk some All-Star. And this is my strongest all-star opinion right now.
Okay.
The dunk contest. Speaking to...
Were you there?
I was not. Speaking to an NBA player, Cam Johnson, and he was basically like, there's just not a lot of personal incentive for anyone to do the dunk contest. If you're thinking about it from a really realistic standpoint, and the way that the season is structured right now, with the 82 games, they were trying to eliminate the 4 days and 5 nights thing. But I think what incidentally sort of wound up happening is there's still a lot of back-to-backs, but there's not a lot of breaks. So like this is a problem that a lot of how do you ignore the chat? It's hard.
Like I said, I've just grown accustomed.
Got it. But so I think that it's like the Lakers, for example, they can't practice. Like LeBron talks about in Mind the Game, so I'm not like revealing anything, but it's like when they have a day off, they need to rest, and then they got to go right back. There's not these long breaks. And with the dunk contest, which it kind of means that there's not really time to figure that out, to the point that some guys are like making up dunks the night before.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got to practice.
Yeah, and it is really taxing.
Speaking from experience.
In 2026, 82 game schedule, the amount of movement, steps taken, cutting, spacing, all that stuff. It's hard on your body to then be like, I'm going to go practice dunks for whatever.
Yeah.
And so, whereas Mac McClung can practice like all year, which is why he's such a legend at it. All this to say, maybe we've reached our limit as a whatever. The scoring of the dunk contest needs to be fixed. If you're not going to fix it, then you need to have your announcers stop complaining about it.
Oh, this has been my biggest gripe for the league forever. It's
my least favorite thing in the world to be like, so-and-so's got a 44, and then immediately Reggie Miller's like, well, what, the dunk before was a 43. Like, how is that a 44? And I'm sitting there going like, if you want me to believe in Disney World, then fucking play the part. Like, act like that was awesome. Oh, wow, he's got a 44. So-and-so needs this to beat him. But like, just buy into it. But being at Disney World and be like, there's a guy under the Mickey head. You know that, right? And it's like, that's not a good product. And I wish the NBA, like, you can't help whether or not the dunks are going to be good, but you can help your product.
Yeah.
Make the product better. Make me believe in it. Because I'm literally watching a crappy kind of dunk, watching a weird score that I don't understand, and then listening to someone complain about the score is awful television.
I agree 100%. And I like that you said Disney World, because the reality is the dunk contest is they want to appeal to like the 15-year-olds.
Sure.
Like, honestly, like, we've reached a point where it's like, yes, I probably will not care about the dunk contest ever again in my life. Like, that's just the reality. If I were a silver consultant, and I said this before, I'd just say, hey, concede the All-Star Weekend. You're not fixing it. Because Cam Johnson makes a great point, and it's a societal thing. There's just no coming back. Like, we've already crossed this threshold where it's like, the only thing I can do at All-Star Weekend is embarrass myself.
Embarrass yourself, or, well, first
even
off,
trying too hard, people make fun of.
Yeah. We live in a society where just people will find something to complain about every time.
Yeah.
I don't think you should concede as in.
So what do you mean
by concede?
Here'd be my solution.
Just stop caring. Like, just let it happen and let it go. It
happens. I thought the All-Star game was actually really good.
Yeah, of course, but like, also, it's All-Star is supposed to be as a celebration of the game. That's what it has to be.
This would be my solution.
Yeah.
That's when the final of the in-season tournament is, and you build the weekend kind of around that more so. And then the All-Star game is like on Sunday night. But the in-season tournament final is like the event of the weekend, and it's in wherever the All-Star game is. And that's the only game that's a neutral.
Here's my dunk contest fix. You ready?
Okay. I don't think there is one, but
I got it for you right now.
You know what? I forgot they did teams that one year. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
I saw that on TikTok. I was like, oh my God, I forgot they did that one year.
I think. First off, I did think that the All-Star game was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that happens every few years. Like the Elon ending, I remember people were like, is it back?
I'm kind of a pro for that.
Here's the deal. I think it's all personality driven. Ant, Wemby, they're going to give you a good show. Jokic, Luka, they're not.
No.
The older guys, they're not. And I just think that we're entering into an era where these young guys want to play good in the All-Star game, and that's the result. I'll never judge a format or anything until I've seen it work like consecutive years.
Yeah, that's
because just because there's been a lot of shit talk on the All-Star game. Like they at this point, if they didn't try, I was going to be like, you guys literally don't care about anything. Yeah. So it was nice to see. My fix on the dunk contest.
Okay.
Every year, it should be at the Sphere.
Oh.
And every year, we need that low angle up. Give me a great photo to remember. Give me a great slow motion video. Half of these dunks, if you see them on the backdrop of like an insane like visual scape, I'm remembering that shit forever.
Interesting.
So whatever, put it in the Sphere. That's my fix.
Wait, so in this scenario, would the All-Star Weekend just be in Vegas every year?
No, just the dunk contest. Because I used to think put the dunk contest in a different setting. Like I want it in the jungle, or I want it in like I used to think that. But
dude, they say that for the 3-point contest outside. Hey, 10-mile-an-hour winds today.
I would be so into that if they. Well, it's developed over the years because I used to also say like, you know what they should do for the dunk contest? They should hire a director. Like they should hire like Benny Safdie to direct the dunk contest.
Yeah,
and like it becomes this because it really is like it's such a cool the Aaron Gordon dunk. It's one of my favorite dunks of all time. I was at that dunk contest, by the way, 2016. It is one of the greatest sporting events like I've ever seen live.
Yeah, one of one.
And when Eric Gordon jumps over the mascot and does it under both legs, when you watch that in real time, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
But then when you watch that slow-mo like angle, I think that is like the coolest thing maybe captured on camera, like in an athletic way. And I just kind of keep thinking like, how do we enhance the visuals of the dunk contest. Not enhance the gimmicks, but enhance like what we're going to remember 50 years from now.
Yeah. That would be so interesting if we're just going to shoot this like it's a IMAX A24 movie.
See? You're in.
That would be
You're
pretty
in.
sick.
Why don't we just do this on Nickelodeon? Introduce some slime.
Oh,
No,
the
dude,
slime.
introduce slime. I want like, do you know the powder that's like colored?
Oh, yeah.
This is a free idea. For next year, you can do this.
No,
like,
it's not free anymore. You got to come to the Slightly Biased show if you implement this.
That's right. But just shoot a bunch of that and dunk through it.
Yeah.
The slow-mo video of that.
Oh, so you're saying maybe if you're talking to a player, it's like, fuck doing a 720, like
Enhance the visual.
Make the visual look crazy.
Yeah, but don't like blow out a birthday cake. Well,
Right.
you know, like I hate that. And really think about the visual here of like a like pink and orange like powder smoke thing is in the air and a body just flies through and just.
Oh, I like where your head's at.
Yeah,
so if you're in the dunk, like the league would never do that. But if you're in the dunk contest next year, maybe you say, I need to hit up Scorsese or Spielberg, see what his thoughts are.
I don't think it's a bad idea. If I'm the league, I'm reaching out to Christopher Nolan. I'm saying, how would you direct the dunk contest? Hans Zimmer, half court, just
that would be sick. Actually, I'm kind of here for this.
Okay,
I thought the dunk contest was not salvageable, and that was just is what.
Did I
it
just
is.
fix it? Do you remember the guy who tried to dunk over the replica plane?
John Collins, and he was wearing the fucking. I was literally just thinking about that because that's one where it's like, you know what, his heart was in the right place.
Yeah, but
he tried.
How did no one stop it? They had to bring in a replica plane. How did no one go like, hey, this is stupid?
That was like the peak where it's like, just jump over something and it doesn't matter what it is. Jump over a human, jump over a chair. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, I
Were
like.
you one of the 250 content creators they invited out?
No, I was not. But I think I was staying at the hotel with some of them.
I was.
I actually do because
yesterday.
there were a lot of content creators at my Hilton in Culver City.
I was looking at that yesterday. I felt like such a hater because I was just like, I don't know who any of these fucking people are.
Yeah, we're old.
I guess so.
We're old. I mean,
but then I have to ask, like, how are these people? I haven't seen any of their content.
I was going to ask.
That's the part where I'm a little like,
content?
wait, where did the content go? Like, what do you mean, Adam Silver? Like, where is the? I would require you to show me the tape.
Yeah, where is it? The only one I've seen is Jokic. Will you cry when LeBron retires? Kind of a funny question, but it's like, it does come off like a clown show circus.
That's just that question's happening with or without the content creators there. Because like I've been to those all-star media scrums for The Ringer. We used to have to go and like, in hindsight, it makes me want to die thinking about it. But going to those scrums and trying to be like, what's my clever question?
Yeah,
like that shit was happening all the time.
You know what? If I were the commissioner, I'd rule such an iron fist. I wouldn't. There would be no democracy. Owners wouldn't.
I love this.
And one of my things, but there's no more press conferences. They're done.
I'll be honest. If I was the president of the United States, I would also rule with a pretty like. I've said this before. If I ever run for office, this is going to be my number one platform item.
Okay.
De-incentivize running for office. You lose your First Amendment rights if you run for office. You are actually in public service. You are not allowed to have Twitter. You are not. Everything must come via fax. Like, I don't want to hear
a fax machine.
I don't want you to get famous off of politics. That is not the job.
Okay.
And I would argue that 99.9% of the people in politics right now want to be famous.
Yeah.
And that's it. So how do we de-incentivize fame in politics? Not to make this political, but that is my platform. And I would unabashedly say if you run for office, you lose your First Amendment rights.
Man, I can't announce what my platform would be, but I'm here for it. You got my vote.
Thank you. We would make a great ticket.
By the way, early voting in Texas today, guys. If you want to get
Oh, is that right?
Vote. That's right. Open today. There you go. Get out there and vote, folks. Yeah, All-Star Weekend. The content creators are so funny. Oh, and before we wrap up, as I said, I'd rule with an iron fist. The tank stuff and the tank conversation. It is funny. My guy Trillbro tweeted this out. It's so true. The podcast cycle in the NBA, it's like early season, like, oh, this young team, no one expected them to be this good. Then trade deadline, everyone's like, oh, this team. And then that's over, and it's like our dopamine receptors are just gone. And when it's like the come down from all of the highs of the trade deadline, it's like, oh, wait a second, the NBA sucks. Like, up until the playoffs, that's like the 2 months of content. and now it's tanking. Cuban put out a fucking novel, and I honestly didn't read it. And we were going to bring it up on here, but it's so long.
Oh,
Come on, guys, read that.
Why NBA should embrace tanking? The NBA has Kate.
Yeah, there's a lot of misspellings.
So,
Do you want me to read
so
it?
this is actually the point I want to get to. Basically, he's saying tanking's fine, and that essentially he learned early on that the NBA wasn't just about winning and losing. It was about creating experiences for fans.
Low-key true.
Low-key, high-key true. Absolutely, it's true. All that to say, he follows this tweet up. Shout out Mark Cuban. I know he's unfollowed me and followed me and refollowed me and then unfollowed me and then refollowed me.
Trying to get him on here.
Dude, come on, Mark. He's a great guy. Easy softball questions. I'm getting out of here. Actually, I think I may have taken a hit with my. It doesn't matter.
With your Cuban approval rating.
Yeah, that's right. So, but he follows this tweet up with like, sorry for the typos. I was like running out the door, and I'm just thinking like. You could just tweet that like an hour later, and it would still be as relevant. And I actually like to picture that he's like running out the door with like his wife or like a kid,
and he's like KD glued
and
to the phone.
he's just like this, and they're like, "Can we go? Like, what are you doing?" He's like, "No, hold on." And I just picture him doing that because I did read it. There's a ton of typos in it, and I'm like, why didn't you just wait a beat?
I actually think this is such a great power move, and I'm actually here for it. Just like, yeah, there's typos. I didn't have time, guys. Sorry. Like, you think I have time to sit here and proofread this? Like, if you have time to sit here and proofread a tweet, you're a loser. Like, I like that framing.
I disagree.
I'm here for it. It comes off kind of powerful.
I disagree. Not to turn this show into First Take, but I wholeheartedly disagree with
I'm going to start sending out business emails with typos. It's like, sorry, guys. Like, you think I have time to fix this?
I'm at this place now, and I'm raising a child.
Right.
Okay.
Me too. The chat.
He is 12 years old. Okay. One of my biggest issues, God, we keep kind of getting political, but this isn't political. One of my biggest issues is that I wish our president would spell things correctly and use correct grammar, because I don't want people, because I'm trying to get my kid to give a shit about school, and I don't want him to be like, well, the president doesn't need to do it. Why do I need to do it? So I need our successful business people and our successful people to just like do it for us parents who have to sit there and argue about like why he's got to listen to his teacher, because he really will be like, it doesn't really matter. And I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, I know it doesn't matter, but I have to play this game. And poor, Mrs. Johnson is just trying her hardest to get Isaac to give a shit about grammar. And I need
Grammarly now.
I know.
Put it in Grammarly.
That's the root of my take about we need grammar more than ever.
Okay.
If we don't have grammar, then what are we as a society?
I'm just envisioning you like Trump tweets out something insane like, we need to bomb Fort Worth, Texas tomorrow. And you're just like, dude, the fucking lack of punctuation in this tweet. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. How am I?
Everyone's like, should we evacuate? Jason's like, dude, there's no cap. He didn't put the period out.
He didn't put the,
you got to put the period.
Yeah,
Bombing aside. Yeah,
I don't mean to belittle politics, but it really does drive me crazy. And I'm not even a big grammar guy.
I mean, so I used to like do editing, writing, and I don't know. I feel like some people are and they're not. Like grammar, it's almost like math in a way. It either comes kind of easy to you or it doesn't. Where it's like you can look at a sentence structure and be like, that's not right. Or you just can't. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because I couldn't sit down and tell you like the AP style guide. I don't know it, but I can look at a text and be like, that something's like, there needs to be a comma there or an EM dash there.
I agree.
But now with AI coming, you could easily just be like, I'm doing typos, so it's authentically me.
Ooh.
Right. Yes, I spelled late Kate. But that was actually me planting that as you to be
that's a lot like production in a sense, where you want to show the edges so people know it's like real.
Does AI stuff scare you video wise?
No.
It scares the fuck out of me.
I don't like to operate in fear. I'm not like a big people think like I'm like anti-Second Amendment or whatever because I don't have a gun. It's not that. It's just like I don't like living in the mindset of like I'm scared. I'm not like, I will never be that kind of person. It's a personality trait of mine. No judgments. Don't give a shit about what you do, what you live, whatever. I'm not afraid of AI. But I will say this. I'm trying to make myself the last man on the Titanic if it does come.
Okay.
That's why I did I did the documentary. I'm doing podcasts. I'm going to do a podcast outside of sports here in a little bit that I'm really excited about with like an actor. I am trying to just be that last guy. If it does come for us, I'm the last guy. I'll let somebody else fall on the thing, but I am the last man standing when it comes to AI. So
you and me both, brother.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's band together.
Yeah, I'm talking with some AI companies. Hopefully by the end of the year, I'm not even on the show, and I'm just at home. So,
That'd be cool.
Yeah, there's AI me, and I'm just, secondary income. I don't have to do passive income.
That's what I'm saying.
I had an AI. I've talked about this on stream, so I don't care about taking it out. I had an AI company hit me up, and I was doing research, and they were a real company, and they were offering to buy all of my videos and stuff to help with their AI learning. The dollar amount they threw immediately was unbelievable. Unbelievable. That at first I was like, what the fuck? And then I read it. I was like, oh my God. If this were a little bit higher, I think I don't know, guys.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. And also, I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I am such a cornball when it comes to this, but I really do believe in the human artistic expression. I think it's really, really hard to replicate.
The only thing that scares me is some of them look like, you'll see if I were a CGI guy or something, I'd be concerned. I'd be concerned for my job.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah. I completely agree with that. And that's
because we can do the moral thing, but when a Hollywood company's like, oh, I can save $50 million.
Yeah, but that's the advancement of technology. That's the part where I kind of go like, yeah, that happened. CGI took the place in some ways of real set designers. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much to consider when it comes to the advancement of it.
You see what I'm saying? They're doing an over under on how much my AI would weigh. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Y'all are mean.
That's crazy.
Y'all are mean. Honestly, y'all are so mean.
Set your bets now.
I'm going over.
Dude, hold on. I'm scared of guns. I'm not scared of guns.
I'm scared of guns? Like, what the fuck? I'm
scared
of
not.
them.
I'm actually not at all.
It's
more, guys, and it has way more to do with I'm like so lazy sometimes in my brain that I'm like, I don't have the energy. Like, there's a real world where if someone broke, if I heard is that the front doors open? I might be like, probably not. And I just roll back over. So I just want y'all to know, yeah, dude, I am a sword guy. No, I'm not a sword guy.
I've been playing Fallout 4 and they have the little automatic turret things. I'm like, that's what I want in my house.
Oh, I will say this. On Facebook Marketplace in Oklahoma City, there's a guy selling a flamethrower. And I was like, what if I'm a flamethrower guy?
Dude, I bet if in Oklahoma City, if you did the range on Facebook Marketplace, it's 150 miles, you'd probably see some insane shit.
Dude, this guy is in the most cookie cutter suburban backyard of a home holding a flamethrower. And I was like, oh.
Like the Tesla ones or whatever those were?
No, this was like a real industrial flamethrower.
That's insane that you were allowed to have those.
I kind of want one.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things but it's one of the, it's like an Oculus Rift for me. I got one of those.
You did?
And I used it twice. It was one of those things where it seemed cool. And I got suckered in by the NBA when they did the courtside thing. Yeah. I did it. I watched the game on it. It was kind of sick, actually.
Hold on. Do you think when your producers go to the wide, that's their cue to be like, hey, guys, wrap it up?
I'm just mixing it up, but
okay,
but also maybe don't pull the curtain back that far.
When it's just me, absolutely, yeah.
We barely talked about basketball.
I know. Well, I mean, we're at that stage of the season, to be completely honest.
Can we do quick hitters real quick?
Quick tank. Your final opinion on it?
On
tanking, is it a problem? Yes or no?
It's annoying sometimes, but I don't have a better solution.
Oh, I was going to tell you, I told you this before the show that I was going to talk about this. The one, so I'm warming up to abolishing the draft. I think it could work.
Okay.
I don't think that it would be, I think a lot of the problems people think could be fixed and solved. But I also don't have a strong opinion because I don't really, tanking whatever exists, it will always exist if you incentivize losing. That's just the truth.
Yes.
The golden plan was brought up, and at first I dismissed it. And then I thought about it more. So I don't
know this.
The moment you get eliminated from the playoffs, you're mathematically eliminated. Every win you get from that point forward is a point, and the team with the most points at the end gets the first overall pick.
Oh, that's fun.
Right. So the idea is what about bad teams? Well, the idea is the bad teams will be the first eliminated. so they get a longer runway to lose games or win games.
Okay. Do you think that there is a possibility, like it's similar to the tournament idea? There's obviously
so out. The tournament's a terrible.
Okay, it's a terrible idea, but in a similar way where it's like, do you think that then the players themselves will feel the incentive the way that you do as a fan or the organization feels? Because that's the part where I do think people have a point where it's like, if you're Keontae George, this was like Cam Johnson said on the podcast, Old Man of Three, check it out today. But if you're Keontae George and you're Peterson's the number one pick, like you don't want that to happen. You don't want him there. So I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't know what
this. Here would be my pushback for that. Like Keontae's playing for a max. Like he might get maxed.
No, I know. So that's then the pushback the other way is that, well, if Keontae George balls out during that period, then his organization's got to have a hard decision to make.
Right. Maybe they take Cam Boozer instead.
Exactly. And
like,
so
we don't need a guard.
Maybe I do like this golden idea.
At first, my initial pushback was,
why is it called golden? Why?
I have no idea. That's just what it's called. And like the Professional Women's Hockey League, I think is what it's called. They use it.
Oh, cool.
And the person who made it called it the golden. It's like a literal games guy.
I like the idea a lot. Yeah.
At first, my initial pushback was, won't teams come into the season and just be like, I am going to lose as many games as possible in that first 2 months? But then it's like, well, we already get that.
We definitely already get that. So
that would
it's crazy. Can I make one appeal real quick before we go? I know we got to go.
I don't think we really have to go.
But. Yeah, you got 15 minutes.
I got 15 minutes?
Chill out. Yeah, sit back. Put your feet up.
Okay. So recently, I like to engage with people on Twitter. Okay. I do like to do it. I like to...
Classic mistake.
I know, but I really do. I'm fascinated by people that talk so much shit on Twitter, and sometimes I try to get to like a real place with them. Most of the time I can't, but sometimes it does, and it gives me faith in humanity. So I just want to say that.
All right.
The real... I asked you about haters earlier, and I have like developed a contingent of haters because of my behavior over the last 13 months. Fair.
Mind you, the behavior most people have had.
I made that appeal. I understand. Look, I want to say this. I'm not over the Luka trade, but I am done hating the Mavericks.
Nice. I was about to ask you.
It was done a few months ago when they fired this one guy. And the Anthony Davis trade, while I think may have not on paper been the best trade in the world, was the right signal to fans to say, we are trying to head a specific direction. It's not perfect. I do believe that there's still probably snakes in the grass over there. But those days are sort of behind me. And when people would say that I was engaging in this for clicks or whatever, that's the number one thing that I get, is that like I found a formula to have my tweets go viral. I very nicely will say, never needed that formula before, had plenty of tweets go viral before and after and since and whatever. It was a real thing. Like it broke my heart as a fan. It absolutely like created a rift between like friends and family, and it was the closing of a chapter of a real special thing in my life. And so I was quite angry about it as a fan. And I work in the industry. I work deep in the industry. And I think that I really believe that like people have to give a shit in order for us to believe in this, in pro sports. Like you have to bypass all of the cynicism and we get it, trades happen. Like I think caring actually is what makes the world go round. And I cared a lot, and I expressed that a lot. I never ever thought, oh man, this tweet's gonna like pop off. It was like literally expressing myself just to say I was so unhappy with the direction of the team and everything like that. And I'm really, really glad, especially for the people that live in Dallas, especially for the people that were like really, really hurt by it and are trying to move on, that like I'm really glad they got rid of Nico. I'm really glad they traded Anthony Davis. Shout out Anthony Davis, honestly. But I'm glad they got out from under that. I'm glad they got out from under that, and I'm glad that they're signaling to the fans that they're heading in the right direction. And I really genuinely hope that they win under Cooper Flag and they see what we wanted, what people wanted to see under Luka. I hope that the Mavericks see that all the way through with Cooper Flag and of thing.
I never got the people who get mad for like being mad about the trade. It's like, duh.
I kind of got it when it was like, I kind of got it when it was like October and I was still like firing off tweets. I got why people started to get frustrated with it, but it was genuine. Like it was genuine. Like I just...
No, I get what you're saying too, because on like Locked On Mavs, we kind of had the conversation of like, we can't just talk about this every episode. Like and I get why people don't like talking about it. Like if it was relevant, if it was like Anthony Davis got hurt, yeah, guys, guess what? We're going to end up bringing up the trade because it's relevant in every single conversation.
It's relevant in every single conversation. On the flip side, there's a whole other element to the Lakers, especially early on in the season. I don't know if you remember, but they were like hot.
Yeah.
They were like, and LeBron was hurt. So it was like really just Luka just like going off.
And before Luka got hurt, I was like, is he going to average 40 fucking points?
I know. And fucking every day, Slow Hoops fan being like,
yeah, man,
this is it, y'all.
$4.99. Now that Jason is a Mavs fan again, but the F word is a strong word, the fan word.
Wait, which one?
He finally admit the Thunder are not fun.
All right. I like the Thunder.
I so disagree the Thunder aren't fun.
I think they're so fun. But I will say this. Hey, and the organization's super nice to me. I think that I've said this before, but like the way the two organizations sort of run are like very different. And I think that the Thunder do a really good job with their fans. They do an unbelievable job. Presti does an amazing job at articulating how important the people of Oklahoma City are to the organization, yada, yada. All that said, man, not a Lou Dort guy.
Not a Lou Dort guy?
Not a Lou Dort guy.
You know what's funny is the game that, me either really, but the game that, I always call him the fakest good three-point shooter in history.
Who?
Lou Dort. The fakest good three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Interesting.
It makes no sense. I feel like I'll watch a game and he'll be like, oh, and his misses will be so bad.
Yeah.
That it's like, how is this guy nearly 40% from three? It makes no
crazy.
sense. His arc is so high. But the one game I went to with you, he hit like 6 threes or something and completely saved their season.
It makes no sense. And then,
I love watching Shea. He's my favorite non-Maverick in the league. He has been for like 4 or 5 years. I know. I get it. I would say everyone foul baits, man. Everyone does it.
Yeah, I think that his thing was a little overblown, and I get it. But he also, the thing that I don't understand is that he plays such an old school style of basketball, which is like heavy mid range, heavy bump, like all of that stuff. Like he's not doing it. He's not doing it outside of what other players of his caliber, sort of MVP level players. He's not like everyone. He's not by any means worse than a lot of players. And he doesn't, I got to say this too. This sucks, man. Cause I know that Dallas fans hate this, but like he doesn't complain.
No,
ever. And that's like, that's the part that's kind of hard to watch sometimes.
So,
you know me, I'm like a huge Luka stan.
Yeah.
It is, I cannot stand how much he complains. I wish he would stop.
I said it when he was here. I was like, if Luka weren't a Mav, I mean, I'd still like him. I'd love watching him, but he would not be towards the top of my favorite players just because the complaining is crazy.
It's
like,
crazy.
I think Jokic gets crazy with it sometimes. LeBron gets crazy with it sometimes.
Dude. They've been doing it since, dude, people act like, do y'all remember Manu Ginobili?
Yes, I was going to mention the Spurs.
This right here all the time.
I was
all
going
the time.
to mention
this
the Spurs.
Is like
Tony Parker. Was
that's the international basketball hand signal. It's this.
Yes.
What?
It is like so. The Lakers frustrate me so much because everybody they'll have whole plays like the assistant coaches are out on the floor. I'm like, come on, guys, please. You know what the funniest thing is if we do all the appealing to casual viewers, get rid of tanking, get rid of this. That's like the number one complaint most people have.
What?
Officiating or complaining or flopping.
It's
and I would say those people probably will never give a shit because that's just like you don't really watch if that's your number one complaint.
I think the officiating is not in a great place.
I see. I think
this is a topic I actually would love to really talk about. But I will say maybe it's not the officiating, but like
the rules.
The last 3 minutes of games should be so exciting, and it is the worst. It is the worst thing for the league. And if I'm Adam Silver, above tanking, above All-Star, above everything, I'm figuring out a way to eliminate the foul up three bullshit. Eliminate it, because I went to I went to game 1 of the, I want to say conference, the semifinals, Denver, OKC. OKC's up. They start implementing the foul up 3. They wind up losing the game, but it was the slowest. It was like watching someone die via like butter knife.
Oh, I
it was
remember that game.
The worst thing I've ever seen. And since then, I've seen a bunch of games kind of go that way. And I'm like, you might as well get rid of the slam dunk. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you have got to fix that. That is number one thing I would fix. Ends of games. Honestly, if I could do anything, I'd get rid of reviews. I'd get rid of challenges. I'd get rid of it all.
I'm so here for this.
I hate that shit.
I have said this all year. The worst problem with the league right now that's very fixable is the last 2 minutes, because it should be the best sporting event there is. Like a good NBA team against another good NBA team, final 2 minutes, mano y mano, let's go.
Let's go.
That's why I said Iron Fist, boom. You want to complain about tanking? All right, we'll abolish the draft.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't come to my office talking about tanking. And then I'd say Elam ending. Let's do it. Fuck it.
I like that. I like that too. And I would.
The stoppages are crazy.
But the foul up 3, 2. I'm like, you know what? You want to foul up 3? Then great. They 1 free throw. They get the ball still. Like
foul up 3 needs to go away.
It has to go away.
You can't incentivize a team fouling like for their advantage. That shouldn't be a thing.
It should be. It's such a no-brainer. And there's so many hard things. Tanking hard. There's so many hard things in the league. This one is so easy. Why you would want your product to look like that and feel that way. And the Thunder, it was so bad because you've been to that arena. Mm-hmm. That's a poppin' arena.
I was shocked.
Great fan base. So if you're going to foul up 3, guess what else you're doing? You're taking away your own fans.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden your home court's gone. And it's just like, all right, well, Chet, now you got to hit free throws. Let's see if you can do it, big dog. Because if you don't, then this whole thing falls apart.
So boring.
Like all the pressure's now on you. It makes get
rid of reviews. God. Take away one timeout, and WNBA does it right. Take away one timeout and replace it with the advanced timeout. So you can call it a timeout, stop play, make a sub, advance the ball. You don't huddle.
I love that. And back-to-back timeouts, get rid of them. Coach's challenge, like I get it.
I'm with you on challenges, and I'm with this with baseball because I don't know if you're into baseball at all. I grew up playing baseball. They're gonna go robo umps where they're just balls and strikes for robots. That just takes away some of the spirit of the game for me.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like they get it wrong anyways so often.
Yeah, like
who fucking I just am like,
and catchers like framing a pitch and making it look like a strike. That's like an actual skill that goes into the game.
Yeah,
like that's part of the fun gamesmanship of the game.
I'm like it's at the So I bring this all to say the officiating is, as in my opinion, bad as it's ever been.
But is that an officiating problem or a rule?
Well, I'm getting to it. It's as bad as it's ever been because it's so inconsistent. So then you have this inconsistency with the officiating. You don't know on a night-to-night. If you talk to any player, coach, anything, they don't know on a night-to-night basis what they're going to get because these officials, they all kind of operate under their same personal ethos, and that's the way it goes. So you have that. Then you add this element of like, okay, you can also review things. And all you're getting is incredibly inconsistent, bad product. I have in the last 2 weeks, Royce Young, who it works for the Thunder, but also I guess monitors officiating. He posted 2 back-to-back reviews on the same week, and they were the exact same thing, and they were ruled differently. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just like, get rid of it. Let's go back to the human spirit of the game. I need this game rolling. I don't need to sit there for the last 3 minutes to last 25 minutes is batshit.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Perfect is the enemy of good.
Did you just make that up?
No. It was on the Fallout show.
It was what?
That's a pretty common phrase.
Really?
Or is it good as the enemy of perfect?
I don't know, man.
Perfect is the enemy of good, I think, right?
Perfect is the enemy of good.
Just
like, I hate the perfection. Every call has to be exactly 100% right. It's like, dude, that's never going to fucking happen, and we don't want it.
We don't want it. I don't want it. And if it's talked, I'm sorry. Review made us dumber. I think that cameras made us dumber.
Yeah. You want to know one of my old takes about why people love the 90s NBA?
Why?
Because when you go back and watch a game, it's clear cut that the skill and everything happening on the floor now is better, in my opinion, right? I've always thought this. the camera quality being as good as it is has kind of taken away some of the.
Ooh, I like this.
Some of the intrigue and like the fun of the game.
So you're kind of warming up to my
where they
philosophy where it's like production really matters.
Dude, okay, so I don't remember who I saw. It might have been you. I don't remember, but we were after a Mavs game at a bar and a Mets game was on. And I was like, dude, their production quality on local Mets broadcast is fucking crazy. Like they have shots where they'll be like zoomed in on the moon and then it'll fade to the baseball on the ground. And it's like shit like that where you're like, dude, this is the most cinematic thing of all time. It's so cool. Or like the camera flash. Like you see it, it's like, this is so cool. Like the moment just feels so much heightened. And when it's 4K and there's a digitally thrown on Wingstop ad and a digitally thrown on State Farm ad on the court. And they're cutting and like the ads aren't gone away yet. So they're like floating.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I watching?
One thing I want to let every single broadcast person, and I know some, but I want you, this is, if you're watching this, I'm just going to tell you this. No one in the history of the world has ever been impressed when you show a highlight and you add little circles around the players.
We don't care at all.
No one has ever cared. Like the guy dribbling the ball needs like a red circle around him to show that he is dribbling the ball.
Yeah.
We are just so dumb.
I love your idea. They need to, every year, the league office should bring in a director or a producer or something and be like, hey, give us your thoughts on just like, how can we maximize this? Amazon should do that next year.
I also want teams to have theme songs.
Okay, I like that. I'll put the barking for OKC was crazy. That was corny and cringy.
You didn't like it?
No, fuck no.
My son loves it.
Okay, well
I think kids really love it.
Then
I said this to anyone who would listen at the Thunder. Their hype song is Titanium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it not Thunderstruck?
Why is it Titanium? Why are we doing this?
They do play Thunderstruck, though, don't they?
I had a friend who was like, it feels like I'm in an Old Navy.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's so many Thunder rolls. Like you could do anything.
Yeah. The Mavs, I would say the Mavs do pretty good because they have.
Yeah, the Mavs do really good.
They have Leon Bridges. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of does all. Like,
well, also the guitarist.
The guitarist. It sounds fucking great.
Yeah, they crush it. I remember going to playoff games, and the Thunder games are great, and really because of the crowd. The crowd's just unbelievable.
It is really good.
And then you go to a Mavericks game, and then you're like, oh, these are big boys.
The only pushback against the Mavs is they've really gone into the AI stuff on the scoreboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do like the AI videos.
Well, that Anthony Davis one.
Yes.
That's the craziest thing ever.
He's pointing a gun at himself.
That is the craziest thing ever.
The funniest one is when I've joked about this because our producer worked with the team last year.
Yeah.
And I joked about you remember the music video they posted from Duro where it's like they had the traded players down. That is the funniest thing a team
it's
account
so
has ever tweeted out.
Too. I always think about the people behind the scenes.
I know.
I told you I met Becca, who's does Mavs social, and we just had a long talk about what her experience was like. If she ever at any point disliked me. It was a beautiful conversation that, I mean, she cried, full blown cried when we talked, because I really respect, go back to the thing I was saying earlier, I really respect people that take their jobs that seriously. And frankly, she did. She developed a relationship with Luka. It was gone.
Yeah.
She lost it and she was told to move on. And that's a hard thing to do when you are somebody who's trying to sell the dream that, hey, this is this relationship between pro sports and its fans or whatever, it's genuine and real. I don't know if Luka would piss on anybody if they were on fire, but you have to make people believe that he would, and not only that, and that he loves you. And she was a part of building that. And so anyways, so she's just the people who went through it last year. I definitely was a part of shitting on some of these videos that were being put out.
Oh, I shitted
on
them.
But I empathize so much for the people that had to just physically make these things.
I know. I shitted on the fact that
Thank you.
I shitted on the fact they were made, and I knowing full well that the meetings behind the scenes were are we seriously gonna fucking post this?
Yeah, are we really doing this? But the AD, I think that one's better.
Yeah, I mean that one is just
we should do a draft of crazy things that happened from the Luka trade to the end of we should just draft the three craziest things.
We should.
Because that one was really that making AD point a gun at his own head.
We did
is so fucking funny.
We did like a full timeline of the last calendar year, like around January 1st.
Yeah.
And it was funny going back and looking at, I forgot this happened. I forgot
they did
this
that?
happened.
Like they did that? Like, yeah, that was just unbelievable. So,
And before we leave, I just, and this is the subtlety of the chat sometimes, right?
okay.
Where is it? Mavs have the slightly impersonator drum line. So he's talking about the Mavs Maniacs.
Yeah.
And he's saying that they're impersonating me. So, it's just subtle stuff like that you think about.
They're the big guys.
They're the fat guys.
They're the big guys.
They're the fat guys.
Can I tell you one of my favorite?
And a lot of them are auto Ozempic now, I think. Good for them.
I need to post this video. I need to. I'm waiting for the summer because I think JJ would get mad if I did it now. But when he did the documentary,
yeah.
he's like on camera getting interviewed.
DeAndre Jordan viral on Amazon. It's
Thank
good.
you. He's on camera and he's like, oh man, yeah. He's talking about the Mavs or something. And it's like one of these moments. He's getting mic'd up and he goes, MFFL. He goes, Mavs for fucking life. And I was like, that's not it. And he's like, what? And I was like, it's not Mavs for fucking life. He goes, that was Mavs for fucking life. He goes, what is it? I go, Mavs fan for life. And he was like, this entire time I thought it was Mavs for fucking life.
That is hilarious. That is such a good one.
That's it. That's the end of my story.
Honestly, Mavs fan for life rolls off the tongue a little bit better. Mavs for fucking life. I can see how the confusion there though.
Yeah, I mean,
MFFL,
my
baby.
least favorite thing
Biffle.
they ever did was I hated rowdy, proud, and loud.
Yeah.
I hate
Just a
rowdy.
little
I hate
corny.
the word rowdy.
Bring it rowdy, loud, and proud.
It's
a
very
play on the Texan thing.
It is, but like I didn't love it.
Yeah. When was that? That was what, the 2022 playoffs, I think, or something? Or
No,
they've
it's
done that
way
forever.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think of
Rowdy.
original Mavs man when it
Yeah.
comes to rowdy, proud, and loud.
Oh hell yeah. OG Mavs, man.
OG Mavs man, the thing of nightmares.
I don't get all these secondary. That's a different conversation for a different day. We're really rambling. Thank you for coming on, Jason Gallagher. Plug it, mind the game. I mean, LeBron James is on that one, guys.
Yeah, that came out today. So check it out. If you like him, check it out. If you don't like him,
Also check it out.
check it out. For me,
Hate watch.
it doesn't matter to me whether the comments are negative or positive. As long as you give me the view.
That's true.
Do you need hype points too?
Hype points.
We have too many subscribers for that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Ouch.
Yeah, there's a threshold.
Oh, shit. Interesting.
It's a threshold. I'm sorry.
Wow.
But
So we got to get our subscribers up.
Slightly and I are confused on the hype points.
I'll hype points you.
I have no clue what the hype point. You only get a certain allotted amount too. I realized that.
Is that true?
Yeah, I was hype. It was like you reached your hype limit. Like, oh, fuck.
Were you just doing them on your own videos?
I'm so oh hell yeah! I don't do them on anyone else. Like it's a leaderboard thing. So like I'm not hyping up someone else's video. Hell no.
Oh my god.
All right, thank you guys for coming out. We'll be back on Thursday. Great show today. Thank you for coming, bro.
Free Mavrello.
Free Mavrello. Anytime you're in Dallas, come through. All right, love you all. Talk to you all later. Bye bye.
My brain's gonna explode. There's something sinister afoot, absolutely.